Hello, this is Mike at TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your Flagstaff Microlite 25 FKBS travel trailer. I'm going to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things to get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite and a couple things to take into consideration when you're parking. On your campsite, I want you to leave plenty of room for your awning. On your off campsite, besides your slides, I want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. They are actually both going to be just above your tires. On your off campsite, power, water, or your driver's side of your tow vehicle. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. You got room for your slides and your awning. Once you get your unit parked, first thing you're going to do is level your unit. Unit comes with a power tongue jack. Night docking light should you arrive at night. Simply lower or raise the unit until you're level. Now your door is about in the middle, or even put your table out here and set your level on that. About the center of your unit, right above your tires. Once you got your unit level, next thing we do is stabilize it. I just want to mention, if you don't have power on your tongue jack here, your hand crank will fit down in here to get this up and down without power. Speaking of power, check your battery post every now and then. Make sure nothing's wiggled loose over time. Again, once we get our unit level, next thing we'll do is stabilize it. Before we begin, I'm going to recommend stabilizing jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt, debris, hot blacktop in the summer. Keep them from sinking into that. Use your 10% off coupon. Grab a 4-pack. Put them down when you arrive and run these down. You got a hand crank with 3/4 inch socket on the end. You can use a drill gun. Run these down a lot quicker. I just recommend you slow down when you get to the bottom, because as I've said, we've already got our unit level. We're just stabilizing it. So run these down just until they're taut. We don't want to lift the unit. Again, just run them down until they start to feel like they're going to lift the unit and stop. Run all 4 of those down. 2 in the front, 2 in the back. That's unit level, stable. Let's hook up your power. Big long 30 amp cord here. Plugs in here inside. Little pistol grip here. Blue means we got power on the other end. Put that in at about 11 o'clock is where the prongs will line up. Turn it to about noon. Put your black washer on there. Now should you need to, in your convenience pack will be a 30 to 15 amp reducer to plug into a 110 if you need to. Get your power hooked up. Let's hook up your water. At campsites, we're going to hook up to city water connection. Lower left. Grab your water pressure regulator. The one that comes with your convenience pack is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. Always use these because you don't know what the water pressure is at different campsites. Hook that up. Hook up your hose. Don't turn that hose on yet. Let's find your hot water heater. This is actually located at the front of your campsite over here. And all we're doing at this point is making sure your drain plug's back in there. You may have taken it out last time you were out camping. Throw some plumber's tape on that, not putty. Get that in there nice and snug and tight, and then once that's in there, you can go ahead and turn that hose on. After that hose been on for a few minutes, go ahead and get inside and open up your slides if you need to. I need you to get in there and open up your water, your sinks, your showers. Go ahead and get a nice steady flow of water going through them. All the air out of the lines. Then you can shut them off and you're all set to camp. Now let's say we're going to go dry camping. In that case, we're going to fill up your freshwater tank, which is over next to your entry doorway. No need for a water pressure regulator here. You can gravity fill this with a hose. 2 ways to tell it's full. 1, there's an overflow valve right there. Or 2, on the inside where you check the level of your black and gray tanks, there's also a freshwater button. Keep an eye on this for filling it up. Once it's full, remove that hose, put that cap on there, and then whenever you need that fresh water, you'll turn on your water pump indoors. Don't turn on your water pump and hook to the city water. That is already pressurized. All right, we're all set to camp with power and water. Let me walk you around the rest of the unit, beginning back up front here with your power tongue jack, your propane does have a cover and a regulator. Simply point it toward the tank you wish to be using, lefty loosey to open. I like going a tank at a time. You can put this in the middle, turn them both on for an automatic switch over, but I go a tank at a time. I want to mention under your propane down here is going to be your battery disconnect. That would disconnect all the battery power to the unit. That'll come important later when I talk about your carbon monoxide propane detector indoors. Again, your batteries, your hitch work, stabilizing jacks, this docking light is this white one up front. So storage area here, slide closed, you can easily access your second gray tank. And big storage area here with the rest of your hitch work. Coming down the off camp side, this black spray port hose right here will connect, quick connect out here, and you got a hot and cold shower. Access to your water pump. On your docking station here, again, city water. Here's where you put your antifreeze in. This is your tank flush. We'll talk about that when leaving the campsite and dumping our black and gray tanks. Cable hookup, satellite hookup. Again, your power. Down here, your main black and gray dumps. Big pass-through storage with your elite griddle. I will send a video on how to hook up these legs to that griddle and attach it to the side of the unit that I'll show you over there. Magnet holds them up. You got a ladder, utilize it. Go up there several times a year, check the seams of your roof and caulk as needed with recommended RV roofing caulk. You are prepped for a backup camera. Device you can purchase will attach to that. Another device will sit on the dash of your tow vehicle, giving you a backup camera. You got a great cover for your spare tire. That's going to keep this from dry rotting and being bad when you do need it. Coming over to your campsite, this is where your griddle will set with those legs. LP quick connect is right there for that. Both of these holes, that one there and the one up front, are manual overrides for your slide if you lose power. Separate entryway into your bedroom. Up here you can connect your television, 110 cable, set a TV out here, little extra table here, flue for your furnace. Few things on that. One, make sure it's never blocked. Two, if you are running your furnace, steer clear of that. They do get hot. And they also sell bug guards for those you might want to invest in. Freshwater drain. You leave the dump dry camping, that's where you dump your fresh water, which is usually located where your fresh water is. You also have our low point drain here. A couple things on your hot water heater besides your plug. Up here, if your hot water heater doesn't seem to be working, come out here to see if either one of these are bubbled up. They're your 12 volt and 110 resets. Quick connect for solar panel to trickle charge your batteries. That about covers everything out here. Let's take a look on the inside. All right, now one thing on these steps, bringing them up or down, you want this exterior door all the way open, otherwise this will hit it. See how close it comes. It's come down pretty easily. Your legs here are also adjustable. Press up on this and that'll move them, or free them so you can move them. Coming up beside the unit, first thing I always like to point out is your fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows the fire extinguisher is located by the entry doorway. Just above that is our control panel. I'm gonna hop on there and turn on your interior, bedroom, step, and awning lights. All right, so starting up top here real quick, here's where we'll see the levels of our freshwater, black and gray tanks. That freshwater is the one I said to keep an eye on when you're filling it. Over here is your battery. This will also show brand new when you are plugged in. So unplug your power, just check your actual battery level. Awning light, step light, interior and bedroom light. Here's where you can connect to Bluetooth, so you can run all this from an app, which is right here. Download the app. Down here is where you turn on your water heater if hooked to gas, your water heater if hooked to electric, your water pump when you need that fresh water tank, your tank heater. That's a little 12-volt pad that's on your tank in case you think you're in inclement weather and they might freeze. Down below that, awning and slide controls. I'm going to extend the awning out. Thing I want to mention on the awning is that you only want to run these out until the flap falls down to 90 degrees and you can see your bar. If you hold the button down, that will continue to run itself out, flip up onto itself, and run itself up backwards. So keep an eye on it when you run it out. Just run it down to there. If I hold that extend down, that will keep running out, flip up onto itself, and start to run itself up backwards. There is a pitch control. You can run this down if you're in some light rain. Kind of tough. Get hold of it just right from down here. If you're in a light rain and you want this auto run away from your campsite down here, tilt it to one side. But I recommend heavy rains, high winds, bring it in. Save yourself the trouble. They're great for shades. All right, with that out, retract that back in. Let's talk about our slides. You just want to come on in here to our kitchen on this unit. Make sure none of your doors or drawers have opened up so that your slide doesn't catch on this. Same thing down here. Make sure your door to your bathroom has remained closed. Come in here. Slide one out. Now you always notice the bottom will go out first. Same thing coming in. And as it gets out, you hear that noise. That's just the slide mechanism saying I'm all the way out. Now quickly come in and inspect our bedroom. Make sure that everything's okay for this slide over here to come out. And run the other one out. You don't have to watch it from here. You'll be able to hear it. Bedroom slide's a deep one. Alright, it's all the way out. Go ahead and step up inside the unit. Real quick, you got a self-explanatory microwave, light and fan above your cooktop. This top makes an excellent backsplash. Turn on your panel light, turn on your gas, hit your spark. Sometimes you will have to bleed these lines for a minute. This one you may have to push as well. Now you're getting to work best when you turn the gas on. Go ahead and turn that to high, hit your spark. That's how all these light. Same thing on your oven. Open this up, hit that to your flame, hit your spark. That'll light your pilot light. You can usually see the reflection of it lit. Then turn it to your desired temperature. Rock that panel light down, becomes an oven light. Make sure this glass is down when you're traveling. A lot of one-touch individual lighting here. This is your inverter. A couple of charging ports and 110s. Your fridge. Your fridge has the new open either way door. You see you've got hinges on either side. If you use this side, Always use this side. Here's your controls in here. Getting nice and cold already. As good as I'm warm. Inside here, you got a water filter you can put at the end. Your quick connect LP. In here will be your hardware to put up your toilet paper roll. Here's your manual. In here, tire pressure monitoring system. Yep. I will send you a separate video from TPMS on that. I will show you that these will open the opposite way. Just make sure you close them securely so the door won't just pop right off. These can be removed completely. Remove this part here, come down here, lift this all the way up out of here, but they do make a nice adjustable table here in your what you call parachute pull recliner. Get down in there, it's a parachute pull. Which brings me to your entertainment system. Oh, there it is. Looking for the remote. Smart TV. So, we've got TV,
I think they warmed our hearts.
or you can switch to FM. Which I don't know if I'll pick up anything in this metal building here, but we'll give it a search. Bluetooth, Parrot, FM, Smart TV, really cool sound system. There you go. That's got indoor-outdoor speakers as well. Down below that, fireplace. Not just for looks anymore. I can go through and make it brighter, dimmer, pretty colors. Biggest thing now is the heat. If you're at a campsite and you're plugged in and it's chilly in here, crank the heater up on this and it'll get it toasty in here in no time. Save your gas if you're at a campsite. Over here, your 12-volt carbon monoxide propane detector. The reason I mention this, 12 volts, always running off your battery. So if you are out dry camping, you're going to be gone for the day, say you go out hunting, use your battery disconnect up front to keep this from running your battery down. Come up top here is going to be, thank God, your AC. It's pretty hot in here right now. There's your quick dump. Enjoy a little bit of this air. You'll notice when I shut your AC off, it's going to shut off quickly. But then when I shut off your heat, that takes a minute. The fan on those furnaces just take a little quicker to shut off. So AC here shuts right off. Turn on your furnace. Turns down there. Unless it's hotter than 90 in here. What you will notice is when you shut the fan off, and it may be hotter than 90 in here right now. When you shut that fan off, it's going to take a minute or two for it to cycle through. I'll go ahead and turn the air back on as I continue walking through here. Alright, back into our bathroom. I just want to mention these shower doors. You really want to have these snapped closed for travel. Excuse me, I didn't get a good video of that. Make sure those are closed. Down here is your 110 with GFCI reset. Lighting, excellent lighting. You got a hand crank open, 4 different speed power exhaust vent here. Separate door that you can close. When you arrive at the campsite, flush your toilet. Put several gallons of water down into your black tank. Your black tank will thank you later by not just putting solid waste into there. There's nothing down there to break it up. So put several gallons of water down in there before you start using it. Back into our bedroom. I just want to mention here that when you get ready to leave, make sure this whole area is clear so the slide can come all the way in. Here's where you put a television backer. Get one with a swivel so you can turn it, face your TV. Cable. It looks like a satellite connection and 110 up here. Just a hand crank open. Vent there. Storage underneath your bed, held up on hydraulics, which is really helpful, but also access to your outdoor storage. With that in mind, make sure that that outdoor storage over there is always locked. Otherwise you have access into your camper. Remember that. This is a door that you want to have snapped open for travel. Back here we got 1-touch lighting and 2-touch, I believe. No blue, just a good reader. These steps will open up and go outside. Up here's your solar controller panel. The whole purpose of this is to keep your solar panels from overcharging your battery. Your only purpose in this is to make sure that you are on the correct battery, which is flooded. Lighting for the bedroom. Down here, breaker box and fuses. You got a ton of 15s and a couple of 40s over there. I highly recommend having some of those with you when you go camping. Alright, that about covers everything on the inside. It's act like we're leaving the campsite and close the unit up. Shut off lights on the way out. Securing doors. We checked and made sure all this was secure. So much cooler back here now. Maybe now that I've cranked the heat up, which it does now. So there's your furnace. Now what you'll notice with your furnace again, oops, when I shut that off, it's going to take a minute for that fan to cycle through before it actually shuts off. Alright, with that in mind, bring this back in, securing this for travel. Snap that in. Make sure our doors and drawers here are closed. Come back to my control panel. Shut off all my lights, and then I can see any lighting that I need to walk through and shut off myself. I should count that furnace over by the door. Alright, so now just turn back on my interior lights and say doors and drawers. Walk through your unit. Make sure all doors and drawers are closed. Nothing's going to impede these slides from coming in, bedroom or living room. And we'll just start bringing them in. Start with slide number 2, which is going to be our bedroom back there. You can feel it when it comes in. Now the one in here in the living room. See the importance of having those doors and drawers there secure. Again, like I said, when you arrive, check them out too. So they utilize about every inch on these things, so make sure everything's where it should be. Shut off my interior lights, shut this fan and light off, and exit the unit. Again, just like I said, bringing them up or down, make sure this door is all the way open. So kind of float up on you. Make sure it's in there secure before you leave the dump station. And I say that because you're going to go inside and watch the levels of your tank, or actually right down here. Watch the levels of your tank when you're dumping here. Before you leave the dump station, lock, deadbolt, lift and turn that handle. That's how you want that handle for traveling. If we're dry camping, bring up our stabilizing jacks, get up underneath here, dump our freshwater drain, and head on home or to the nearest dump station, whatever we're in need of. If we're at a campsite, we'll unhook our power, our water, our cable, hook up our hitch, and head on up to the dump station. Now at the dump station, park accordingly. Remember, we got 2 dumps on this now. We got our black and gray in the back, and we got our extra gray up front. We're going to start with your black tank, so always start here in the rear. 10-foot hose comes in your convenience pack. Hook that up and pull your black handle right here on the right. Once it sounds like that's no longer draining, go inside, check the level of your black. If it shows empty or pretty close to it, come back out here. Leave that black handle open. Grab the hose at the dump station and hook up to tank flush. That's your top of your 3 here. Again, emphasizing leaving that black handle open. Turn that hose on, let that run for a good 5 minutes. You're gonna wash all that nastiness out of your black tank. When that's done, close that up. Make sure all that washout water you put in there has drained. Then close your black and pull your first gray here. Now that'd be cleaner waters, your sinks, your showers. That'll clean your sewage hose out for you. When that's done, close that gray. Take this sewage hose, come up here to gray tank number 2. It's gonna be your front sink up here. Hook that up. While that's draining, come around here. Dump your low point drains. If you're done camping for a while and you don't want to leave stagnant water in your hot water heater, come in here, start by beginning, lift up on your pressure release valve. This will be plugged in at that time. Drop that down. When that's done, pull this drain plug for your residual water. When this last gray is done, take that sewage hose, unhook it, and sanitarily and pretty conveniently store it where it says squeeze here. Store it here in your bumper and head on home. Again, thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this Microlite for many years to come. Happy camping.